welcome to the Girl Forget All That virtual launch party. Yeah! We are hyped up. I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up because I'm nervous. I'm going to be extra hyped. So just excuse me. But this is a celebration. I've been saying this since I released the event. It is a celebration. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm glad you're on time. Those who are coming on time, you want to be on time. Trust me. It's a good thing to be on time for this party. Not fashionably late. You're on time. So for those of you on time, you're gonna be glad that you did stay on time and that you stay to the end of the video. You're gonna be glad for all of that. So if you do not know me, you haven't been following me, you're probably new to the page or new to me. But I am Shamel Jackson, the owner of Breaking It Down with C. Jackson, where I teach about the how and the why of waiting until married to have sex. And I'm also the author of Wait, Women in Intimate Health. And now I am also the author of Girl Forget All That. So that's why you're here. That's why we're here. That's why I have these guests here. They're going to tell you a little bit about themselves. And whatever they want to tell you, that's up to them, but I'm so glad they're here. I had to bring some people on to help me celebrate, not just you guys, but them as well. So I'll give them time to talk about who they are, and I'll show how special they are to me. All right, Roxy.
Hey, everybody. So my name is Roxy. I am the owner of Virtuously Strong Health and Fitness. And Shamel is my good friend. We actually did dance ministry together.
Yes.
And so I just love her so much. And the book is awesome. So guys, buy it as soon as possible.
Yes.
You're going to
She's
enjoy
not
it. But that's enough about me. It's all about the book. So thank you for having me.
No, listen, let me just tell y'all why I have her here for one. She was the first person that I talked to the day of the breakup. Yeah. So today is actually a year since the breakup, and she is the first person that I talked to. And we'll get to a little bit how I was later on, if we get to that part anyway. But she was the first person. That's why I asked her to do it. So I'm glad she is here to celebrate with me. All right, and we have Alicia.
I am Alicia Davis, and I am the owner of Dream Prince Incorporated, and also met Shamel through dancing at church. And we are now Eagles together.
Oh, yes.
We soar together. We soar together. And we just love Shamel.
I didn't know I was this lovable. I did not plan this, but I gotta tell y'all how I'm so lovable. And I hope y'all can see this, but my future sister-in-law got me this keychain. I don't know if y'all can see it. And it has, I didn't know she's gonna do this to me. So, well, I guess it would be a surprise if I knew. But it has the book title, Girl Forget All That, on the keychain. And it has like a ruler and an apple, because I'm also a teacher. And I work in social work. And then it has I won't say it's a Bible, but it's a book. And so I love gifts. So I was so excited. I hugged her. She didn't expect me to do all that, but I just love gifts. So that's that. But again, this is a day of celebration. I just have a few expectations, few little rules. You know, I know it's a party, but we don't want it to get rowdy, so we gotta have some kind of housekeeping rules. So one, I have been working around children for like 10 years. So I am always learning how to be animated and interacting with them. So that's what I want y'all guys to do today. Like interact, and I'm trying to look at the comments. I haven't looked at any comments, but please interact with us. If you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, you want to chime in, feel free to do that. I only ask that you be positive. Like, this is not a man badge. It's not going to be to come and talk about why you hate your ex or whatever the case may be. This is a celebration about moving forward, and so positive energy. And if you disagree, you can positively disagree with somebody. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Those are my rules. Positive, no profanity, just honest but clean. Okay? Well, we can do that, right?
Yes.
We can do that. We can do that. So, all right. So let's get into why this is a celebration for us. And before I get into why it's a celebration, I have another guest as well. Like, I have some awesome people in my life. So I want to introduce y'all to another person that's coming to the party. Her name is Sherilyn. Y'all, she looks so cute. Yes. Yes, welcome, Sherilyn. So can you tell them who you are?
My name is Philip, and
she's being really shy. I don't know why, but can I tell them that you're an awesome hairstylist? Look, I don't let people touch my hair. She can touch my hair. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? She also that young. I was picky. So yeah, it says a lot. But anyway, let's get into why this is a celebration. And we're going to go to church for just 1 second, maybe more, I don't know. But we're going to go to church. Some of y'all probably ain't you're not in Bible studies, so because you're watching me, so thank you. So this is your Bible study for the week, okay? So you don't have to go there, but you can go if you want to Genesis 50, chapter 50, and verse 20. And we're just going to touch on why this is a celebration and not a terrible day, okay? All right, so Genesis chapter 50, verse 20 says, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." And so if you're not familiar with this scripture, this is about Joseph, Jacob's son, in the Bible, and his brothers had sold him into slavery, and they just didn't like him because the father showed favoritism toward him. They didn't like him for that reason. So when they reunited years later, they thought that he's probably gonna get revenge. But this is what he said to them: like, you meant this for bad, but God intended for good to save all these lives we're saving today. So that's like a real quick summary of what's going on here. You can look at it another time for your own information, but that is why this is a celebration, because when breakups happen, it hurts, but I'm not saying my ex meant to do harm towards me. I'm thinking about the enemy that Satan. He thought that this would totally crush me, and I would just be done for. And so, but I'm not. It's a year. Today marks 1 year since the breakup happened. 1 year, y'all. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, it was 1 year ago. Oh my God, I'm calling her devastated, crying. She probably like, in the phone room, I don't know what you were probably thinking, like, I'm calling good news. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I heard it in your voice. I knew it was something. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what I was saying. I was just like sobbing. I was in the car when all this is happening, y'all. But that's more information that's in the book. But that was why I was like, okay, this is something, it happened, but I'm not gonna let it just totally destroy me. So I brought a book out of it. I did some other things. So much has happened in a year, and I was crying. I'm probably gonna cry tonight. I don't know, but I cried so much earlier because I just can't even put in words what God has done since that day. And so now it's like the best, worst thing that's ever happened to me. Every time I meet somebody, I'm like, I'm trying to agree when you think about breakups. And even though it hurt, I'm sure you love the person, but in hindsight, you're like, man, it was the best, worst thing that happened. That needed to happen. Like, that needed to happen. I don't even know how to explain. So whenever you see me talk about the book, I'm gonna say the best, worst thing that happened. Yes, and so just the feeling of it. I was hurt. I was devastated. I felt alone because I was like, are other women feeling this way? Like, am I crazy for feeling this way? I mean, don't you feel like sometimes you're the only one dealing with a breakup? Like nobody else dealing with a breakup, but that's how I felt. But then it also felt like, okay, there were some things that I could have done my own self in a relationship to avoid some of those mistakes. And so I said, okay, you know what? Instead of me being mad at him or whatever the case things say, I'm going to help other women Because we're going to make mistakes. I mean, you're just going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. But if I can help another woman not make the mistakes I did, I don't want to do that. So it's sort of a sense of empowerment. So everything that I do, I'm always trying to empower, whether it's teaching in the classroom, working in social work. Like, I just want to empower people. Like, you don't have to, you can avoid this because this is what I did. Girl, it did not work. So, so even if you're not going through a breakup, it's like, you don't you think like maybe it's like if you're dating, okay, this is what I don't need to do while I'm dating because this is how it turned out for her. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, so with all those feelings, I said I'm gonna help women. So I'm gonna write a book. And this how this came out. Girl, forget all of that. Moving forward after a relationship ends, part 1. So it's part 1 because healing is a process. Yeah. And so I'm still going through a process. It's just a different process. So there will be a part 2. So there will be a part 2. But those were just the feelings and how that book came about. And it's 9 women, including me. And we talk about our most difficult breakup and how they move forward. So you can live the life that God has called you to live to the fullest. And to realize you're not alone. I mean, that is going to help to realize, okay, I got Alicia here, Roxy and Sherilyn to know she's been through a breakup. How did you, come on, how did you get through that breakup? How did you forgive? How did you move forward? Like, how does that look? And that was like what I wanted to present to women. Like, how did you do that? Because I was talking to, I don't want to be that 50-year-old bitter woman. You know what I'm saying? So and that's no shade if that's where you are, but today is the day that you get free. Yeah. Today is the day. So if you're that woman that says, okay, I'm still mad at Johnny because of what he did, okay, it's 30 years. Johnny done gone. He probably married with some kids. And then about you, and you still like, Johnny did this. You might have did. Listen, look, they probably did it wrong, but you know what? Okay, but what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? So that is where that came from. And so when we are dealing with, hold on, y'all, I got a giveaway. I almost forgot. So those of you who came in on the beginning, you got to pay attention. I'm so glad that those of you came in the beginning. I hope you're paying attention. So, what is it? I'm trying to see the comments. I'm like, y'all, excuse me if I am responding to anybody's comments. I'm good. Help me out, somebody. And if you look, it's not too late to invite your friends. I did not say that in the beginning, but please invite your friends, whoever you want to invite to. So, in the beginning, I mentioned a scripture that explains why this is a celebration. The first person that can tell me in the comments what was that scripture? Like, you may not get the exact scripture, but maybe you can summarize it. Y'all think that's fair? Maybe summarize it. Summarize it, okay. And we'll just I won't be too hard. So that's why I said y'all can summarize it. Let's see here. All right, guys. We're looking. I got this. Okay. Hey, y'all. I'm just not seeing who's here. Keandra, Jessica, hey, that's another Alicia, hey, Jamie, Alicia, my sister, y'all chiming in. Okay, nobody got this. Y'all was not paying attention.
They need one more time. They need one more time.
Huh?
One more time. Tell them one more time.
One more time, y'all. Okay. What was the scripture that I used to say that, to explain why this is a celebration? Or just what scripture did I say in the beginning in the first place? Just whatever scripture that was, I used to say, okay, this is a celebration and not a sad day. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Shamika. Hello. Okay, sure. Scripture, you know, the things that were meant to hurt you. Okay. Please see more. break it down. It wouldn't be turned out.
Okay.
Okay, Cheryl. Okay,
All
Cheryl.
right.
Wagner has won a free copy of my book, Girl, Forget All That. So just inbox me your address information, or we might can just meet in person probably. So whatever, how that ever works for you is good for me.
Congratulations.
Okay, so thank y'all for participating in the giveaway. Giveaway. And so you learned the scripture, you didn't know it, you know it now. That comes from Genesis 50:20. She gave a summary, but the actual scripture is Genesis 50:20. And so it's really good, y'all. There's so many lessons from that. I know Alicia, that's like her, look, that's her story. That is her story. And Alicia is also, okay, I talked to Roxy, the first person I talked to. She got all the tears, she got all the ugly that night. And after I had calmed down, I talked to Alicia. I don't know what I think I was calm when I talked to Alicia by this point. Well, she was calm. I was just saying that. That's what I do. She was calm because you text me and she was like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow or something like that. And I was like, okay. Because you please do. I was like really late, y'all. Yeah. So if you get a text from me at 11 o'clock at night, it's probably still serious. But anyway, no, I understand some people are not asleep or whatever the case may be. But I texted her. She said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I said, okay, please do it. She said, I guess she figured, no, she yes, I know. But I talked to her the second. Well, she was the second person, third person after I talked to my mom. But these were the two friends that I talked to that night, and they prayed for me. I have never had friends that pray for me on the phone through something like that. And I don't know what they said, but I'm glad they prayed for me. I don't even remember that was a year ago. I don't remember that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone, and I don't leave anybody out. I just want to say I want to appreciate everybody that has given me advice, that called and said, okay, how are you? Because there's a difference between how are you okay and how are you? Yeah. And I didn't know that because, am I okay? No, I'm not okay. I just ended a 4-year relationship. Yeah. No, I'm not okay. So if you know somebody that's going through a breakup, ask them, how are you feeling? Yeah. Right. Versus, are you okay? Because they're not okay. Like, and you're not thinking about it. Yeah. You don't think about that until you actually experience that. And because it's not like they're trying to be insensitive. It's just natural to say, are you okay? Because I've done it. I've done it too. And so the girl talk about and how this gonna go. Women and breakups. Okay. Yeah. Celebration. It's a celebration. But it's a celebration, but it's tough. I mean, it's really tough. It's a tough experience. And I just remember thinking, oh God, what if I was married and I got a divorce? Like, I got all different. I got married. Yeah. Divorce, sex, we got all these varieties going on right here. And so I was just like, I'd be devastated if I was married and got divorced. I can just imagine what the people involved feel like. If I'm feeling like this, just a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, but anyway, Roxy did a side because, it's like, it's like, but sometimes we do crazy things after a breakup. Oh, yeah. And we look back and say, okay, Shamil, that was not right. Roxy, that was not right. Alicia, that was not right. Cheryl, that was not right. So, like, and y'all can chime in too. Tell me what is the craziest thing. Yeah, what they say. I want to know what they say. What's the craziest thing you've done after a breakup? Like, just be free. Don't tell. Just tell it. Tell us. Some tell mine. And I hope that I was just trying to think the craziest thing you've done after a breakup. I know you got something. Okay. You pick one because we don't know. We don't know which one you want to discuss. Whatever one you want to screen these. I know. Go ahead. You ready?
Me. I think for me, the craziest thing would be constantly, and this has been years ago, my disclaimer. So just constantly calling to understand why. I wanted to know why. Like, what happened? Like, was there anything I could have done to fix it? I just kind of felt like, I was left to wonder, like, how could I have done better instead of him just letting me know. So I became like a stalker almost.
Very inquisitive.
I was like, what has gotten into me? Like, this is not normal. So yeah, just kind of calling every 5 minutes, like even showing up. Like
you
that,
showed
I
up,
showed up.
She was
Oh yeah, so I was persistent. So yeah, years ago.
She's better now.
Yeah,
in fact, because her advice from a breakup was so amazing to me because as we spent a lot of time together through the healing process, and she said, Shamel, when I, dealing with a breakup, she doesn't do the man bash thing because she said, in her face, you can correct me if I said this wrong. She said, it says something about me. If I'm talking about him, it says something about me. And I was like, you know what? That's true. That was good. And I was like, I never heard a woman say that. Like, so I was just like amazed. Because normally you like, you want to do Jasmine Sullivan, busting women out the car, and we're gonna get to breakup songs in a minute. So we don't have that. And so, but she just said that, like, you're right. Even though yes, I was mad at him, but I did not spend a lot of time there. He's there. I don't think do y'all remember me even saying things?
You were very positive about the whole situation.
Yeah, I was like, it was a great experience. And I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but I just thank God for the experience in their relationship, because there was a lot of good things, which I talked about a lot in the book. And I mean, there was some ugly times. There's some good, bad, and ugly. But I'm grateful for that experience. And now I'm grateful for this experience, the relationship, the breakup, all of that. So what she said was amazing to me, because it was good advice. So it said something about you, because at some point you like something about them. So right now, Johnny ain't nobody. That's the boy this season. Johnny. In this video, it's Johnny. We use Johnny. If you're watching, your name is Johnny. We're not talking about that's just something I just made up off the top of my head. So don't get offended. But yeah, so that was some great advice. And so we just get back to the crazy part. Just the next. Sure. Look out. So this is not in the book. It actually it happened after I finished the book. It's probably gonna go in part 2 because it's just that crazy. And so after this, I remember using it from this. My exam was from this breakup, and so I had some things that he gave me. Some of my trashed him immediately. Well, no, I didn't trash him immediately. Probably like a month later. But some things I kept because I'm like, I really like this stuff. They were like books. And I really wanted to keep it because it was a coat in there. I really liked, and it was gonna get cold. I'm like, no. And so they were like books, CDs. It wasn't just because Jury had a thing get rid of it. I don't know that. And so, but this stuff it had like sentimental value, like real life sentimental value. But so I told a friend, can you hold these for me? So I'm ready to yeah, well, no, until I'm ready to, I want them back. Like, no, like, can you hold these? Well, I don't want them back. I just don't need to see them right now. Because if I see it, I'm going to think about it. So I need it out of sight, out of mind. That's how I was thinking. So I gave him to her. Okay, this is like October. December comes. Christmas passed. Into a new year. So I said, this coat, I really want that coat. And I said, if I get the coat, I might as well get the rest of the stuff. And so I text her. I said, can you give me the stuff back? Because we was going to see each other on New Year's Eve. And I was like, can you send me the stuff? And she was like, oh my God, I just sent it to Goodwill. Like that day. Like the same day. Yeah, the same day that I asked her about, she had just sent the stuff to Goodwill. This was me. crazy. You say, okay? So, y'all, we texting each other. So, I just went and cried. I was in my bed. I cried. Like, I sent a crying face, what you call the bit emoji thing. Like, that was me crying. I had to talk to you today. She was trying to be positive. I didn't know shade to her. She was just trying to be, get rid of stuff from me. But I was like, what is that? I just hold it for a little while. But I just cried. I said, I told her, all I can do is cry. Ain't nothing else I should be saying. I'm asleep. It's like, I'm done. And so I felt some type of way about it. And I think probably 2 days later, okay, this crazy part. I said, what goodwill did you send us? Yes. What goodwill did you send us stuff to? Because I was going to go back and get the books. I was going to get the books, the coat that I really wanted, the shoes.
You were going to have to buy it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, she told me to do it. She told me to Goodwill, and I went. Store. I didn't have to meet. No, they're not saying anything. Why is y'all? So maybe y'all don't think y'all must did some other. Y'all like tell me what y'all did. So anyway, they're not talking. Okay, so I went to the Goodwill, and so I said it wasn't there. I didn't see it. So I asked the people, how long did it take for stuff to get on the floor? She said, girl, we got a whole ton of stuff in the room. And she showed me all the stuff that they have. I'm like, I'm going to come every week to get this stuff. And so I was going to come back. But then I had a reality check by another friend. Yeah, that was you. And she was like, Shamel. I was on that way. Okay, Shamel, let it go. But when she said it, it just, okay. Done. So that was, what's this, June? So it was cold. So I ain't been back. I went one time, y'all. So that was kind of crazy because I wanted that stuff. But anyway, it's gone.
How do you feel now
about this stuff? I mean, I don't. It's gone. I don't even know what I feel about it. I was like, I'm not gonna. It's gone. Whoever has it, has it.
And I guess I asked because that shows like different seasons where you were in that moment. So when it initially went to Goodwill, you weren't at a.
Oh no! Yeah,
I
was crying. Eyeballs. So I mean, like I know what books they were. It's not. I can go on Amazon and get the books. If I want the books back, I can go get them. But then I think about God is a restorer, and so. If you want me to read those books again, there are some good books and all the other stuff. I mean, a cold. I mean, really, it's hot now. I can get no cold. So, but all that stuff. It's just whatever. It's done. So I'm gonna date somebody else that's gonna give me some more stuff. So it's all good now. But yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I'm a better coat. Come on, coat. That was cold. Joseph. I don't got no words for you.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if, you guys had a breakup, would you just give the stuff back?
Well, I didn't. Well, I mean, I didn't.
Would you have considered?
No,
you wouldn't have because you want your coat.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. So I just threw it away. I either threw it away. I threw it away or gave it away. Those two things I did. I have probably one thing that he gave me. And that's just Okay.
I can relate to you because one of my breakup, my ex gave me a ring, and it was a beautiful. I still have it. I didn't have any emotions to where I felt like I needed to give it away or give it back. I just kept it. It doesn't remind. Yeah, it doesn't remind me. Yeah, and I still wear it every once in a while, and that's my ring. I mean, I guess it's different because I don't hold any sentimental value. So I took it as this is a gift,
Right.
So I guess
and that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I never thought about that because I always thought that was like a general thing. Giving away, we done with that. And, but I think for me also, my love language is receiving gifts.
Right.
And so that probably adds. So if you give me stuff, to me that's like you expressing your love to me because you are taking your money. Oh, you don't have to be you spending your money. You just giving me something like that keychain that I showed y'all. That was awesome. So I hope it never breaks. Oh, I have to get another one. Okay. So anyway. All right. Yeah, that's
But really, like, when I'm done, I'm done. Like, you're invisible.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. You don't exist.
I really believe her.
Like,
Yeah.
you really
I felt that.
well, let me say this in the past. Like, but thank God, and I'm believing with a friend, I will not have another breakup. Like, this is for life. This is for life.
Yeah.
But in the past, you know, I'm done. But I will say in college, and I don't know if it was someone I broke up with or one of my girlfriends, but we knew like where the guy was gonna be, and so we intentionally rode there and just just kind of like there and and all this stuff just to be messy. But when I'm done, I'm done.
She says when she's done, she's done.
Yeah.
Get that.
Because it takes, so when I'm done, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's before I got saved.
Yeah.
No, seriously. One of the worst breakups, I think, because we dated for so long, and that was like high school thing, all spilled over into adult, all of that. Okay, so mine was before I got saved. Again, okay. Serious, what she got saved. Okay, so one night with me, I just got drunk. Okay. And that was really like my first time really drinking. And drunk. Yeah. The night, I literally called him and I went off on him. I was like, I know she's there. He was like, what is wrong with you? Like, this was over with about a month ago. I know she's there. Okay, let's keep this in mind. I was probably about 21, 22. Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
And okay, the same night, the guy blocked my number and everything. And the next day he called me. He was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like, we didn't remember.
Oh my God. But he wasn't lying because I had my phone. And I know I called this man probably about 20 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he answered every time. I think the third time he quit. And I think he blocked my number. Hey, it's really smart.
Do y'all have any experience?
Yeah. We done told all our business now. Y'all gotta tell us something here. Oh, you see somebody typing? But yeah, Sharon talked about it while we're waiting to see if people going to tell us the craziest stories. She said she was before she was saved, but you know what? Even when you are saved, like those emotions can really get to you. Like if you're not around people that are going to promote, moving forward in a healthy way, you can really lose it. Like, and I remember, and she said she got drunk that night. I was remember thinking from this break, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to do that. Like, people drink their problems away, but because I knew I got to a point where at the end of the day, I still was hurt, and the alcohol was not going to solve anything. And I would have to keep drinking, and that's how it happened. I'm like, I'm still not dealing with what's at hand. So I just took a different route. I went to God because I was like, you know what, I don't got nothing else to do. Like, I fell on my face. So there were many, many nights I was crying at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and I did not mention this in the book because last year, I was working part-time, and I was getting ready I wanted to relocate to where he was. I already said that there was a long-distance relationship. And I had interviews with people in that state of Maryland to be a teacher. And so I was like I did 2 interviews, y'all, 2 phone interviews. So I was in this zone, like, okay, this 3rd interview, I had to do like a demo lesson because I was going on there to be a teacher. And I had got certified to teach in the state and everything. So I say that because a lot of people don't know that and how fully invested I was towards the end. And so, well, just in general, but really towards the end. But so when it was come time for that 3rd part where I had to do the lesson, I felt some type of way about it. I was like, you know what, let me pause. I didn't really want to do the lesson, to be honest. I said, something's not right. And so that's how this all came about. I was like, you know what, because if I do this 3rd interview, I'm probably gonna get hired. Like, they don't took me, even though I'm in a different state. I'm like, they ain't got nobody in Maryland that can teach at this school. Like, I ain't picking me. They talking to me. And so I said, this 3rd interview, that was gonna be it. And I'm like, God, what if I had got the job? And then, you know what I'm saying? So I just,
that was why I was extra calm too when we talked. I knew about that, and I was just like, okay. And I was really like, I knew you were hurt, and I was like, okay, I gotta encourage her. I gotta be the big sister, and I was just like, I just need to make sure, Lord, you gotta give me the words. And I think I did break out of the prayer because I was just like, and then I was mad, but I didn't want you to be mad. That's how I do, because I'm my sister.
I know she mad. I'm thinking like, why she gotta be mad with me? I'm mad. I need you to be mad.
Because I'm a mama and a bitch, so I know how to stay calm in dramatic situations. But that was one of the things that I was just like, I really just wanted to, and I think I was extra encouraging, because I was like, it's good. Don't worry about it. God got it. I was just trying to pull that because I knew the days to come, all the things that was going to replay, all the thoughts that were coming up, and I just needed to build that up so that once those came, it wouldn't be so, you know what I'm saying? So that was what I was trying to do.
Wow. Yeah. So I didn't include that in the book. I probably included a lot of stuff. I would have been writing an encyclopedia. Well, if I was including everything, but I did say Shamika now. I just threw Shamika threw everything in the dumpster and we clothes. I didn't get everything. I think that is crazy out there. It was, you're right. And I think, she just said everyone has their own way. And that's why I put different women in the book, because you may not be able to relate to my story. Because there's 8 other women. We got Joy's story, which I'm going to read a part of Joy's story in a second, because we are about to get to the end. I know it says 7:45 on the invite, so I'm going to go ahead and make this announcement in case people need to leave or anything like that. I was like, I knew this was going to go. No, what was I thinking? But there is a flash sale on the book. So until 9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. Remember this now, because you try to go in there at 10 o'clock, you're going to be too late. And so 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? The book is $5 plus shipping and handling, okay? So $5. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I had to get through to get this book out. I said get through. Go through to get this book out. That's a whole nother book. But okay, so yeah. Flash sale to 9 o'clock p.m., $5, okay? That's that. And you have to go to breakingitdowncj.com, www. If somebody can type that in for me, that would be amazing. www.breakingitdowncj.com.
And listen, you can buy one for your sister, your cousin, your mama.
Yeah.
$5 can't beat that.
It's a really good book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we got the flash that we talked about, breakup, crazy things we done. Like, what can readers expect from this book? What do y'all think readers can expect from the book? They have all read it. They didn't know about the breakup, even the stuff I didn't put in the book. So, what do you think they should expect? Or you might want to say, what's your favorite part that would be great for the readers? And I'm going to turn to Joy's story.
I just say,
I'm
I'm just gonna say, because I couldn't pick one favorite part, but what I appreciated about it was that it was real. Like it was real. It wasn't like well, girl, you need to do it this way. It was real. It was authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in reading the different stories, you'll be able to find a piece of yourself in a story, and I think, you can find a piece of yourself in a story. And then for me, it was, wow, I remember being a portion of that, and just how I've grown. So it was kind of some reflection in that as well. So it was good. And your writing, Shamel, it was,
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because I didn't know my English in school. Like that's all God. I'm telling you, I'm a math person. I don't do math person. So so this is not this is all God. So yeah.
For me, it's good. Like you said, I text you. This is awesome. It's really good. I mean, seriously, it is an awesome book. And like you said, you can see bits and pieces of yourself, with a breakup. You can see bits and pieces of yourself. So it's an awesome book. I mean, seriously, I would recommend anyone who has or is or whatever, going through a breakup, whatever, pick it up. If you're having a tough time, seriously, pick it up. It's awesome.
Or if you know somebody who is.
Yeah.
It's like, we may not be in that season right now, but you know somebody who may be. And so it's just, even it's a good read.
Yeah.
That's not the season I'm in my life, but I still enjoyed reading it.
Right.
And so everybody needs to get a few copies.
Yeah. She said,
I usually, because I'm busy with my husband, child, brothers, I have a house full. So I'm always, it's always something to be done in my house. So when I started reading the book, I couldn't put it down. I just kept reading. No, I read that. I'm serious. Look, I went in the room. No lie. I went in the room and I told those boys, come in here. Come in here. I'm reading. Okay. I'm so serious. It's awesome. It's really good. So, yeah.
And for me, like the points in the book, in the back of the book,
breakup tip.
Yeah, the breakup tips. Okay. Oh my God, it was so good, and I like everyone else said, it came from different perspectives. So it's like that car accident that different people see, but they see it from different angles, and so it's the same accident, but you see different perspectives. So. That's how I would describe this book. It was like really good information. I like when Shamel talked about being still. Like she knows she's in a season where God has her to be still and know. And I was like, what you said?
Yes. I was just saying, like, sometimes some truths don't hit you. They hit you a different, that man, they be like, this gonna hit you a different. When you going through your life is in shambles. It's like, I don't know, but y'all know what I'm saying. So like, that be still, like, and then if you go through your Bible app, you like me, I go through all different translations because sometimes that King James don't get it for me. He don't. So, and you want to go to the Message version. You probably go put the top down when you get through the Message version because it just like shut you all the way up. Like for real, it probably says in layman's terms, like it's just it's straight talk. That's it. No chasing. But that be still, it's like okay. Now I gotta be still for real because my life is like, I feel like my life has fallen apart, but actually it was coming together. Ooh,
Right.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you had to.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know if you were still gonna talk about the breakup song.
Yeah, it's perfect time.
Yeah, but a lot of times we listen to songs like, you know, when we're hurt and bitter, like Jasmine Sullivan, I think we said
Bust
that.
the windows
But
down.
for me, I talked about the scripture, Be Still. Travis Green has a song called Be Still.
Yeah, I love
And when I tell you,
Yes.
when I tell you that song has gotten me through some stuff, and so that is a song for me. It's kind of different, but it is a song to help that helps me heal. So that can kind of be the segue into the song.
Yeah. So, y'all, and I posted back in July when I did a video series about the breakup, the songs that I was listening to, and y'all, I only listed some of the songs because I probably got over 200 songs, and eventually I separated them according to the where I was at in the process, and so now I have a love playlist about all the songs about the love of God and how He feels about me, and y'all probably see that playlist every day for like a month, like, but that's, you know, I knew, and there's still some secular songs that I listen to, like, I was a huge Beyonce fan, so in my 20s, I was like, you know, say my name, all that stuff. I was like into the whole thing, but then, and it's not like they're bad songs. It's just I was just in a different. I needed something more. Like I was so devastated. I said, no, I need something more than what they had to offer. And so there is one song by Destiny Child. It's called "Free." And that's out there. That song, that song hit a different way this time. That's on the playlist. I got a breakup song. I mean, I just get like off the playlist, but the love playlist has been very important because of why I was so hurt by the breakup. And so I needed that playlist, and I feel like I need a whole party, like a physical party, just to play all them songs. And now Mary J. Blige, she is. She got several songs, albums, but you know, some of them we don't want to listen to. Like, Not Gonna Cry. No, not that one. It's like I'm Going Down. Now we don't want to listen to that one. I'm going up. We're going up. I didn't listen to that song. I did hear it throughout this past year. I heard. I said, "Oh no, I'm not gonna go ahead and speak party today. Not today." But she has some other songs that I did not know about, like "I Am Indestructible."
Oh yeah.
And the
That song, I can't forget. I can't remember the song I listened to on the new album.
Yeah, I can remember the Truth of a Woman. Yeah. Oh my God.
I just can't remember. What's the song?
I don't remember the name. But I know she had a lot of good ones on
there.
there.
And y'all, she been through some stuff. So if anybody listen to but that one was good. I'm Indestructible and Good Woman Down. I heard that song before, but I had truly listened. I'm like, and so anyway, that's kind of where I went with the songs. And then Jasmine Sullivan, the Buster one, is that the right name? I like Jasmine Sullivan. I got the first album, the second album. I don't have the third album, but I like her. But when I went back and listened to that song, I'm like, she said she did all that stuff, she still was hurt. And I didn't catch that. And I didn't catch it until this time. I didn't catch it. But anyway, I can go on about songs and all that. So I'll let y'all.
Well, I thought of another one, and this was a previous season when I was young. What's it? Oh, Fantasia. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
But how do you understand that song?
My thing is be free. Be free.
Free yourself. Yeah, I like that song.
I think that's a good song. They're confident, you know. But for me, at the stage I was in at the time, I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, I was kind of like bipolar. Like I was feeling confident, but then I'm like, but you don't want me. Why you don't want me? Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah.
And then He got some other songs too.
Fantasia got, she has
She
a lot of
has a
songs.
few.
Yeah, like Mary J.
Yeah.
She has hits, and so yeah. That's kind of like back then and now. Well, now you're married, so we don't even.
Yeah. So, I would honestly say that I would have been part.
And I had a big party too.
Yeah.
I did.
So I usually the songs that reminded me of that person, that's what I would listen to.
Oh yeah.
So I would feed that into. I would literally just listen to that while I'm driving and constant cry. Oh, what?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would do. So mine was totally different, not because I wanted to get over it, but I just kept listening to that same. Okay. Oh, I can't think of his name.
This guy.
Yeah, it's a. I can't think of his name for nothing. But anyway, no, it's
Okay.
not. Yeah, but this.
Is he saying now?
He's. I want to say it's not right.
Johnny Jones.
Is it Raheem
No,
Devon?
I'm just thinking anybody's not singing
I
right
think it's Raheem. I think
now.
it's Raheem Devon. I think it's him. But anyway, so it was a song that I kept listening to over and over. But this is a different relationship. And one day, yes, I was Facebook stalking you. Yeah,
We got some Facebook.
no,
It's like you go through highs and lows, like when you're not completely at a good
You
place.
do, right?
Yeah.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. He knew I liked that song, and that song actually reminded me of our relationship. He posted the lyrics on there.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know, the song that reminded my ex, well, the last one was a gospel song. So it's like you want to sing a gospel song, but then you like. Well, there are other songs. D-Line had a song that reminded me of an ex, and I've heard that song 1,000 times. I ain't think I ain't thinking about it. You don't phase me, but okay. Alicia, what you got?
Beyonce, irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Okay.
You must not know.
Yeah.
I can have another in a minute.
That's a good one.
Okay,
That's a good one.
you know that.
Yeah.
And Tyrone, call Tyrone.
Oh, everybody.
yeah.
Come get your.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, that was back in the day.
So you were strong.
Okay.
Like you didn't. It seems like
But
you
I did. But see, I was strong, but I would really be hurt.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna let you know I was
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
So you were invisible, and I was broke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, so
Yeah.
And but you just say Erica. I just thought about it because one of them was Next Lifetime.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I say I used to listen to it over and over and just be like, I will see
And I will say, like, some of the songs, because the music, I've always loved music.
Yeah.
I've had, and it's kind of, now think about it. So guys would send me like different songs, and we read things that we do. Like I send you a song, you send me a song. You know, when we're in a relationship, whatever. So when you hear those songs afterwards, it is sad.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, back in the day,
That's
back
where
in the day,
I was.
back in the day, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But like, I would say, wow. So like after my divorce, I would say like I had to go straight Jesus.
Yeah.
Because I needed to stay. I needed to.
So you gonna be busting windows and bust? Yeah.
It wasn't even like that, but it was just that I knew so many years and so much time, and you don't expect it. You know,
Yeah.
you're thinking lifetime, forever and ever, children, families, and all of that. So I started my own healing intentionally.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I had to. Yeah, you have to be
Because
intentional.
I knew that was a huge thing for me, and how much family means to me, how much marriage means to me. And so I knew that was something I had to do to keep myself. Plus, I got 2 little ones
Yeah.
that I had to be present and hold for.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't an option.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, and it was some good and bad days, but I did what I could do, you know, and I tried to do the best I could. So,
Good.
Yeah.
And Alicia mentioned a little bit earlier that she was trying to be strong, but she still was hurt. And that reminded me of Joy's story. That's one of the women in the book. And I'm going to read just a little bit about what she said about her healing. During the first few months after the breakup, I thought I could handle it. When I noticed I was avoiding friends and activities, I knew it was more than I could handle alone. And I'm going to stop there because sometimes we as women think, oh, I got this. I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm bounce back. No, you don't bounce back, but you have to be honest with yourself. I feel this way. And I think sometimes, even society make us feel like we can't express our hurt, especially, and I cannot speak for other races, but I know that we have this as Black women. We hear that strong Black woman and all of that. And I want to say this before we close out. It's okay to cry. Crying is not a sign of weakness. It's actually it's strength. Like, first of all, we're weak anyway. I mean, we're gonna be weak because God said, okay, I'm gonna be strong when you're weak. So at some point we are going to be weak, and that's when we have to depend on Him for the strength. So I just, so like I said, I don't know about any other race, but I know just being around other Black women out here, strong Black women, like you cry, you automatically weak. And probably just women in general. I don't want to make this a race thing, but I just know that's big in our community. Do y'all agree with that? Is that big with the whole strong Black woman thing? And not to say that you can't be that if you cry. Just admit, I'm so grateful that I was surrounded by a lot of people that allow me to release the hurt. And then you may have to go through therapy, like I did. And so just let it be that. But yeah, that's Joy. And she has a great story. Or all the stories are great, but I wanted to share that because a lot of times we think we cannot, be human if we cry. No, that's human. Like, you're gonna cry. That's why God is there when you cry. Like, he done bottled up my tears. Thank you. He done bottled all my tears. And so he probably went, girl, child, you better get up. So anyway, that's me. With that, but we are getting ready to close out. Anybody want to say anything else? We have talked to y'all about an hour. I knew it was going to be an hour.
So I do want to congratulate you again, and just sort of look at things a year later. I'm not going to get crying.
Okay.
But don't do it. But no, just to look at a year later, and I'm very proud of you. Yeah, I am very proud of you, and to turn it around, and this is an example of, if no other reason to get the book, it's just an example of how you turn your lemons into lemonade, how you take a situation and you turn it around to help other people. And so that is great, and just to encourage everybody, if you don't have this type of support system, you need to get that, because we don't hold things in any longer, because that's not healthy for us. But to have an outlet and a place to share, and as we just said, God bottles up those tears, and I'm a little more seasoned, y'all, but it's beautiful when He does restore.
Yes.
Is it not beautiful when
beautiful?
Kings come, husbands come. It's beautiful. So we go through the process, we grow and we learn, and it's all about preparing us for what He has to do.
Yes.
Be encouraged.
Yeah. And I would just like to say, I'm the single friend. And so me and Chanel were able to relate on so many levels after the breakup, because I went through a lot of what she was going through at the time. So God will put those people in your life to pour into you in the time of need. And I was there. Like, it was effortless for me to just give her advice at that time, because she was just distraught. And I was like, God got you. And I knew God had her. I said that with so much confidence because I knew. And so I'm just so proud of you as well. I'm happy that you're here at this place in your life. And like I've told you several times before, everything that you've been through is going to make you a better woman, a better wife, a better mother. Yes, and so it needed to happen.
Yes.
It needed
The
to
best
happen.
we're seeing.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
I'm just so happy about your Chanel.
Yes.
Chanel since singles ministry.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Singles ministry before I got married.
I know.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
I'm just so happy. I promise you, you wouldn't be getting a book several years ago. You
No.
would have not been getting
on this live.
Honestly, so I'm just so happy to see the growth.
Yeah.
And every book just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So part two.
So she part two is gonna happen when it's gonna happen. I don't know what else to say, but thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for I didn't know if I said they are comments, I don't know. But thank y'all for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, still comment. I'm gonna be watching this over probably tonight and tomorrow and the next couple of days. So yeah, just watch how many times you want to and comment, and I'll comment back as soon as I can. Remember, the flash sale is over at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's where you can get the book for $5 plus shipping and handling. So it's on my website, www.breakitdowncj.com. I'm just going to continue. So there's so much more to come from this experience, y'all. I can't even tell y'all what's going on right now. And so it's just amazing. And so just make sure you keep up to date on Break It Down. See Jackson on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, and I'll try to post this video to YouTube as well. So I'm also on YouTube, and I post videos there. But thank y'all for celebrating with me. This 1 year down, and it's like great, best worst thing. I'm gonna keep saying it, best worst thing that's happened to me. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you to my guests. Thank y'all for coming. I'm just happy all of y'all were able to attend. So y'all can put a hand clap in the comments. I can't hear y'all clap, but when they hand clap for my guests, weren't they great? Like I have some great friends anyway. So anybody I put up here is great. So and they know that. Like I don't just talk to anybody. It's so like they know that. But anyway, we can be all night talking. That. So we're gonna cut it down now, and we will. I will share with you guys. Like I don't know when they'll be back, but I will share with you guys.
You can comment if you have questions for us, just leave it in the comment section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank y'all, girl. Get off that. Get it off that. All right.